Welcome, Transformer fans. My name is Composite Enerjoe, and today's review is on the Transformers Beast Wars Mega Class Transquito. And for those who don't know, Mega Class is what Voyagers used to be called, although I think they used to be a little bit bigger, which is nicer. And yeah, here he is in his Beast mode, and as his name implies, he's Transquito, so his alt mode is clearly a cat. I'm joking, obviously. This is actually a mosquito. So yeah, his alt mode is a big mosquito. Huge, even. I mean, could you imagine having seen a mosquito this big in your life? Like, yoy. You need at least like 2 fly swatters to kill this thing. So yeah. So here's Transquito in his beast mode. Is clearly a mosquito. And I can't say this is nice is a very weird term to use here. But it is at least it's very bug-like. It's a fairly accurate looking mosquito mode. You got the details all over and everything. Even has a little even has this part, which is supposed to be his, stinger, not stinger, his mouth. It's supposed to resemble his mouth and all that stuff, so it stings into and sucks blood. Speaking of which, there's a nice little red detail here, which if you don't know, mosquitoes when they suck blood, their abdomen, thorax, head, their abdomen starts swelling up with blood and it's actually visible. So I think that's what this is emulating, which is very nice. So yeah, he's a very good looking, I mean, he's a mosquito, but he's a very good looking mosquito, if that makes any sense. Keeps triggering. Darn old figures. There we go. So yeah, and as you can see, it is kind of difficult, but you can have him, if your joints are strong enough, have him stand in his bug mode, on his bug legs. But it isn't easy. It's very finicky, especially on mine. Mine only has like some of them like stiff enough to do it. But if you angle it just right, he can do it. Which, speaking of which, all of his bug legs, his insect legs are all on ball joints. And so are the antennae. Hold on. There we go. That's just a feature. The antennae are also on ball joints, so you can mess around with them. And what else? Oh, he does come with a feature where this lever here allows him to flap his wings. Neat. And the wings itself are also on small hinges, so you can angle them and stuff. Oh, and the actual abdomen, as I mentioned earlier, hold on, the head likes to keep leaning up, does wiggle a little bit. So that's pretty much it for his beast mode. There's a big scurry mosquito. Now let's just get onto his, well, before his roll mode, he technically is a triple changer because he has a third mode, which I think it's supposed to be an attack mode. And how you get to this is fairly simple. If the head wants to stay put, yeah, don't move. I think what you're supposed to do is fold, darn it. Springs here are just so annoying. There we go, just leave it there. So you, there we go. Just, darn it. There we go. Hold on. I'm gonna spoil it now, I guess. The proboscis here, this little piece, this is his missile for his beast, for his robot mode. I'm just gonna set it off to the side because it's being very annoying right now. And just leave it like that. So that's what it looks like without the missile. Doesn't look as intimidating, does it? I mean, it's still freaking scary. Okay, so for his beast mode, not his beast mode. So you just fold these up, then bring this entire thing out. Fold out the things. And here we have his, what's it called? This is his attack mode. Like so. And I think what this is supposed to look like, oh, and also you just angle it like that to have it be a cannon. Well, not a cannon, but just leave it. It's not supposed to do that. Okay, whatever. Leave it there. Just pretend it's a cannon. So this is either another artillery mode or an attack mode. I think this is supposed to be an attack mode because then you can also fold out these claws, and now it looks more like an antlion, which is very cool. And then you just hold on. Oh. The hell? Hold on, what's going on here? There we go. There we go. There we go. He has jaw crushing action. And then let me put it back because Transquito apparently is being a bit finicky today. Oh, and also his rub sign is here, in which I wonder what he could be. See if mine still works. It doesn't work anymore. I don't think you can see it, but it's supposed to be a Predacon symbol. Oh, and I forgot to show it. Hold on. Let me push this back in. And I mentioned, give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. On my previous review, I did a review of Baboom, and I forgot to mention this. When you split him open, his rub sign is down here, in like one of the most hidden spots you can think of. And it also doesn't work anymore, but it's supposed to be a maximal symbol. So yeah, there's a Baboom's cameo, so I'll just put him off to the side. Oh, and if I remember correctly, Baboom, I think, was supposed to be the rival of Transquito. So it's very fitting that he's there. Okay, so now we get onto his robot mode, which is fairly straightforward. So first things first, you come down here. You split apart the abdomen to fold out the legs, fold out the feet, fold out legs, fold out feet. He really is very, very simple to transform. Fold out the arms. Hold on, fold out the arms. Fold out the arms. And then rotate these pieces around. Then you have the bug legs. You just adjust however you want them. Let's have them be sticking out for now. Rotate. Stick out for now. And now, since the head was so wanting to do it, this is how you do the head review. You lift this up a little bit, because it's spring-loaded, to reveal his robot head, and then you fold this down. Then you just fold this in a little bit, and you bring this down, and then there we go. You angle it in a way where it just stays put. And then we have Transquito in his robot mode. Just adjust a bit. Yeah, he's a bit finicky. Adjust this, adjust that. It doesn't really clip into place, but then you unpeg the arms. You free the arms. Here we have Transquito being very, very annoying today in his robot mode. And I am so sorry for all the difficulties for this. And the missile you just plug into his mouth all the way to the end. And then we have his little spit shot. And to activate this, you just pop on his head and it does fire. Also, it's a very nice detail, but there are different levels of clicks, if you can hear it. So yeah, it's like all the way. Then the further in and the further you put it in, the more powerful it is. If you put it on the first click, it does nothing. So I like leaving it on the first click so that it doesn't wear down the spring, and also so that it doesn't fire off like that. If it fires, it's very weak. So let me put this off to the side because messing with him, he's very trigger happy today. So yeah, on to articulation. The bug arms, unfortunately, are just sticking out, so they can't kind of get in the way. They are on bulges, so you can't pop them off if you want, but then why would you? Kind of the whole appeal of this. The head is not on a ball joint, but if you push it forward, it can rotate 360 because it's on a swivel. You have these little arm thingies. And I think this is how it's supposed to transform. I think this is how the spring feature is supposed to work, not just pulling them out. But whatever. Old figure, nothing I can do there. And apparently Transquito is not really that popular, which I like him. I like him. I do see why he is a bit finicky, but I do like him. Arm is on a ball joint. Swivel at the upper shoulder, swivel under the shoulder. Nice bend at the elbow, and that's pretty much it. Legs can go out that far and even up. Like, wow. And oh, hold on, didn't notice it. There we go. There we go. This is supposed to be the side, not the side without the screws. Silly me. Okay, so they can go really far. Forward, back, swivel at the thigh, and a nice bend at the knee, and a little bit of toe action. So he has articulation. And obviously the bug legs are on ball joints, so you can mess with that. So articulation he does have. Oh, and then he has an extra hinge here. Slight though. And that's it. His hands are open, so he can't really hold any weapons. That's why his head is a weapon. And obviously his flapping feature does, when it wants to work, like you always work, does still function in this mode. There we go. Does still function, and obviously you can open up the claws if you want to, you know, have fun with that. So that is still something. So yeah, that's Transquito. And even though my figure has been basically fighting with me the whole time, I still recommend him. I think he's still a fairly solid figure. Put this back in his mouth. And that he is still worth getting. I actually really like that third mode of his, which is that antlion mode, or his attack mode. I think that's what it's called. And even this thing, I actually don't mind, but for some reason it's like really fighting me today. There we go, so just put it there. There, put it halfway. The transformation is really simple, which I like, and yeah, not too bad. Overall, I find Transquito to be a solid figure. And I think he is worth adding to your Beast Wars collection. Especially since, you know, he's a big mosquito. How often would you see a mosquito as a figure? So, size comparison. Here we have Ratchet and Cliff Jumper. There you go. And then, as a guess, since I already mentioned them, here is his rival. What I'm assuming is his rival, Baboom. And the only reason I know this is because I think they had them both in some Beast Wars commercials. They had both of these guys fighting each other. So I guess these are the rivals. So yeah, that's Transquito. He's not really all that popular. I like him. I can see the appeal of this character. I'm certainly a big sucker for like bug formers. And this is very interesting that they chose a mosquito of all things. So yeah, I really like him. The transformation's simple. Some of the choices are really weird. I don't like that his head is spring-loaded. I think that was a mistake. But overall, I think he's a nice solid figure. I like the wing flapping, and I do like his attack mode. So yeah. So this has been my review of the Transformers Beast Wars Mega Class Transquito. And before signing off, here's my special person's Instagram. Please check her out. Here is mine if you're curious. Back to her, who's more important. And that's it. So yeah, this is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out and be safe.